How's it going, traders? I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Forex Forecast. Alright, starting things off with the US dollar. The past week, the institutions got rid of 795 longs, and they also added 2,800 short positions. And that is still, as we are at this weekly/monthly area of supply that I have been talking about for quite a long time, but there hasn't been too much movement. Like I said the past couple weeks, I'm not going to go over it too much again, but I'm essentially just waiting for this daily demand to be broken to show me that, price is going to be headed lower in the dollar, or if we make a new high up here, we will, the signs will be pointed to the upside that the US dollar will continue its strength and test that overall weekly/monthly area of supply even further. Alright, looking at the euro, the past week the institutions got rid of 5,300 longs, and they also got rid of 1,759 short positions. What's holding up price right now is the same as the dollar, just inverse. We have this daily demand zone here that's been tested once, twice, 3 times, and now coming in for the 4th test. According to supply and demand, the more it gets tested, the weaker it gets. So we could see the euro continue to roll over. If you are going to get in short, I would target 1.117. If you're going to get in long, I would target 1.141. But it's the end of the year. I'm not sure if we're going to see too much movement for the rest of the year. But overall, if you look at a 4-hour chart, it's just been going so sideways, and there hasn't been, much clear direction. I think I talked about it last week. For you to decide if you're going to go long or short, I would wait for this overall sideways market to break. So it's either going to look like a break to the upside or a break to the downside, and I would wait for that before making any trading decisions. Gold. The past week, the institutions got rid of 2,300 longs, and they added 12,000 short positions. And as you can see now, our target was hit at 1810, right at this flip zone here. And look at the power of my targets. Look at the reaction we saw from this flip zone. We saw a reaction from it over here, came back up, wicked in it again, and just broke above 1810 and came back down. So if you use that target, congratulations. And if you are going to get in long again on gold, I would target 1850, but we're going to have to see this flip zone break. If you're going to get in short, I would target 1770 to the downside. So we're going to have to look at this 4-hour chart. We already had this 4-hour downward trend line removed. I talked about how I needed this removed in order for me to consider going long. But now we have a significant supply zone in place. So for me to feel comfortable getting in long, what I'm personally going to be waiting for is a lower high like that and something like this where we could draw a trend line. Then I will be trading the 15-minute time frame, or possibly be entering in on this 4-hour chart right here on this 4-hour supply or demand zone, maybe looking for a 15-minute confirmation. And if you guys do want my zones, definitely check out the YouTube membership or the Patreon membership. Links are in the description. For only $5 cap per month, you can help support the channel and get all my supply and demand zones on a regular basis, updated multiple times a day. So definitely check that out. It could certainly help you with your trading, and I hope to see everybody there. USDJPY, the past week the institutions got rid of 2,400 longs, and they added 7,000 short positions here. As you can see, we're in between demand down here and supply up here. So if you are going to get in long, I would still target, my targets are the same as last week's, 115. If you're going to go to the short side, I would target 112. Very simple. There just isn't a very clear direction here. What I was waiting for was a nice 4-hour uptrend. So what that's going to look like is, this all depends on if you're bullish the dollar or not too, but if we get a move up like this, we'll have that upward trend line. Then I'll be trading the 15-minute chart. But if that doesn't happen, I'll possibly be looking for short trades if you get a nice downward trend. You could look for 15-minute confirmation in this supply zone here, but I don't really put a lot of weight on that. So if you are going to look at this 4-hour supply zone here, definitely look for confirmation. That's all I would be doing. But right now, a lot of these pairs, the whole US dollar market just not really trending. Whenever we get a trend like this, we had a mini trend up here, but price immediately keeps turning around. So it's kind of an annoying past couple weeks in the markets. Alright, GBPUSD, the past week the institutions got rid of 19,000 longs, and they also got rid of 6,900 short positions. And real quick, if you are enjoying this video, definitely hit that like button and comment down below what pairs you're watching this week, and let me know what you thought about the forecast, and make sure to subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Would really appreciate it. I put a lot of work into these videos every week, so definitely hit that like button if you don't mind at all. And if you are going to be getting in long the pound, our target 1.345. If you're going to get in short, the same target as last week, 1.311 around there. We are in this overall daily demand. We have seen momentum shift on the lower time frames in this 4-hour chart. Pretty sure I talked about this 4-hour supply zone here. So if you got a trade in here, very nice. But it looks like the banks kind of manipulated price right here and kind of stopped everybody out underneath there. So that would suck if that happened to you. But overall, we have seen a momentum shift here. What I'm personally waiting for is a new high up like this, where we'll have that upward trend, and I'll be on the 15-minute trying to day trade this pair. But right now, I just have no interest in trading the pound at all, which is basically like every pair on my list right now. I won't be doing a lot of trading till the next year. Just due to all the sideways price action. It's very, very annoying. As most of you know, I do mostly trade with the trend. So I'm personally just waiting for these trends to kind of play out. And who knows, I might be shorting the pound. I might actually wait for a low to be made down here. Then we'll have that 4-hour downtrend, and I'll wait for a pullback and possibly get down to the short side. But overall, I'm just waiting for something to happen on the pound. I just don't see much yet. All right, USDCAD. The past week, the institutions added 900 longs and they got rid of 2,800 short positions. And as you can see, our target was hit at 1.281 right before this daily area of supply. And we do have a daily upward trend right now. As you can see, it's a very obvious upward trend. We are still at this area of supply right here. So I'm not super interested in going in long just yet, especially since I am bearish the US dollar, at least for now. But, you know, if we do get a move up like this on the 4-hour chart, where we break this high, we'll have that 4-hour uptrend. Then I will be on that 15-minute chart, possibly day trading this one. It's all going to depend on what's going on. But at the end of the day, there just is no 1-hour trend right now or 4-hour trend. So I'm personally just waiting for that new high to be formed, and then I'll possibly be day trading this one. But like I said, be very, very careful due to the overhead supply. And looking at a weekly chart here, we are also pretty close to this weekly supply. So if you are going to get in long for a swing trade, I would target right up here, maybe 1.30, maybe a little bit higher. But I will basically be trying to trade this one with this overall trend up to here if the US dollar continues to get strong. All right, looking at Aussie dollar, the past week the institutions got rid of 4,000 longs and they also got rid of 7,000 short positions. If you are going to be getting in long around this daily area of demand that was just created, I would target 0.724. If you're going to be getting in short, I would target right before this demand down here at 0.707. I talked in last week's forecast about how it looked like we were possibly basing up for a move here, but I wanted to be sure, and we just never got that confirmation. So that's why you don't really just gamble on stuff like that. But now we are in this daily area of demand that's pretty poor quality. It's just not a lot of clear decision making going on here. We did have a 4-hour trend for a little bit, but like I said in one of the other forecasts on one of the other pairs, as soon as we get these trends in play, price is just immediately turning back down. So it's been a very, very annoying week, or last couple weeks in trading. So I'm just not very interested in trading this pair right now. There's just no trends in play. Don't really want to be catching this overall knife. It looks like, you know, yes, we have momentum shifting, but it looks like the Aussie could roll over. And like I always say, this all is going to depend on the US dollar index. And all I know is that the DXY is in monthly supply. So I am kind of expecting, you know, some of these US dollar pairs to start to rise like the Aussie. But we just need to see that, you know, good confirmation before we start to get involved. All right, looking at looking at USD Swiss, the past week the institutions got rid of 5,200 longs and they also got rid of almost 1,500 short positions. If you're going to get in long, I would target this daily supply up here at 0.93. Short, I would target 0.915. But clearly we are in the middle of supply and demand. Not a great time to be trading unless you're on the 4-hour, 1-hour, 15-minute sequence. But if you look, there's just not much going on right here. We're in this clear sideways market. So what you should be doing is waiting for, wait for a high to be made or a low to be made and then trade with that trend. But right now, there's just not any trends in play. We are in this 4-hour area of supply. You could look for confirmation. But if you look at all the zones I have here, since there's no trend, so they can easily be broken, right? You will see small reactions off them, but they can easily be broken. So I like to wait for trends to take place before I trade any of these pairs. So just not very interested in trading this pair right now or many of the other pairs. So like I said, wait for this overall range to be broken and maybe start day trading. It's just a little bit risky to, you know, trade this ranging market, as anything can happen. All right, last but not least, crude oil. The past week, the banks got rid of 9,300 longs and they added 10,000 short positions. I talked about how I was waiting for this downward trend line on the 4-hour to be removed, and it was removed for a quick second, but as you can see, price immediately rolled over. So any confirmation we've been getting in any of these markets is just immediately denied. So it's a very, very weird time to be trading for sure. Looking at the daily chart, we are still reacting off of this flip zone here. If you are going to short oil, I would target $65 a barrel. If you're going to get in long, I would target right before this daily supply rate up here at 77. But right now, this flip zone is holding up price very well. So for me to get in long, I'm going to need to see this 4-hour supply zone broken right here. Clearly, this trend line remove was not enough, so I'm going to need to see significant pressure to the upside. We'll even have a 4-hour trend, and then I'll be on the 15-minute time frame. Or if we do get this 4-hour supply zone remove like this, we might have a 4-hour demand level down here where we could wait for a buying opportunity in that level. Right now, this next couple weeks, they're going to be testing your patience, and especially since it's the holidays coming up, it might not be the best time to be trading anyways. Hopefully you guys found this weekly Forex forecast helpful. If you did, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like and check out the Patreon or YouTube membership if you need help finding your supply and demand zones. It's only $5 CAD per month. Hope to see you guys there and hope to see you in the next video.